So I am Allison Finn. I am here in my role as Associate Director of Faculty Development. And part of that is just providing support and orientation for new faculty and helping people find their way. And it really is a responsibility that we all share. So this week, every day at noontime, we're going to feature a particular aspect of the school. And our thought today is for each day we'll do the same thing, I think.
I'm Ellen. I work in the administration office as the senior manager.
Yep. And we'll be starting with her today.
So a lot of people are wondering what the front office does, the administration office. So I'm here to tell you a little bit more about what we do here. Just want to do a land acknowledgement first. UBC's Vancouver Point Grey campus is situated on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. So our office is in room T201. People are wondering what the T stands for. It means third floor, and the 201 doesn't necessarily mean it's on the second floor. So that's what the T stands for. I was told it was the British system, but I'm not sure. Okay. And we have 5 MMP, management and professional folks working in the office, 6 QP staff. We have 1 to 4 seasonal work-learn students that work in the office as well. We have about 3 hot seats there, and so they will rotate. But occasionally, if you need a desk for whatever reason, your office is occupied or maintenance is happening, you could come over and use one of our hot seats as well. Our portfolio includes HR, finance, operations, research, and communications. So I myself, this is sort of a job description from directly from the job description, but I myself have been here at the School of Nursing almost 12 years, 19 years at UBC. So previous to this, I was working at UILO, so the University Industry Liaison Office, which is right next door to ORS, so some of you who have funding and so forth may work with UILO and ORS. And then after that, I was at the Faculty of Applied Science Dean's office, and then 12 years ago I came over to the School of Nursing. So I report directly to the director. I work closely also with the manager of student services, the clinical practice placement unit, and we work together on HR and finance. I also work closely with Allison and other associate directors in looking at efficient operation of their portfolios. So we provide support, like Angela's providing support to Allison on the faculty development. Also, I will work closely with faculty and other researchers, like Addie, for example, providing advice and counsel in relations to finance, facilities, and HR. I also interact with the other offices, like Dean's office, faculty relations, financial services, ULO, research services. So research services, there's Office of the Research Services, which is more like when you apply for your grants and so forth, you have to put an RPIF in. Marilee will help you with that. But then after you've got your grants, there's the other research. They used to be called research trust accounting, but now they're called research finance. They would produce your Form 300s or your financial statements. If you have issues with, for example, if you're extending your grant and so forth, we would work with all of them. HR, Rico Choi is the manager. Currently he's on leave. He's expected back in October. I have Andy helping out in the role right now, and I'm helping him as well. And I'll explain who Andy is too. And you've met, and our senior HR clerk is Edward, and he does the faculty appointments, including adjuncts, postdocs, and research associates, teaching assistants, appointments and reappointments for regular staff. And then Tomi, our HR clerk, if any of you are looking for research staff or student staff, so forth, she would help with that piece. And then she would also remind people about vacation balances and certification trainings that you're required to do at UBC. And the vacation balances is more for your staff, not so much for yourself, or because faculty, that is done differently, not in the system. And then Rico is also overseeing finance too, as well as HR, and then as well he's on leave, I mentioned earlier. Juliet is our finance clerk. So if you have any expense reimbursements, PD funding that you want reimbursed from, also purchase orders, invoices, research study, participation payments, honorariums, she can help you with that. You've met Angela, she also helps as well, but she has an additional role of supporting the faculty development portfolio and the assistant to the director for things like ARPT and so forth. Operations manager is Andy. That's who I mentioned who is helping out while Rico is away. And you've met Clara, and some of the duties she does is like classroom support. So if we had trouble setting this up, she would help with the setup. So if you're teaching in the classroom and you need some support, you can go to Clara.
You can also book a time with me and we can go through your classroom setup and you can bring your laptop and test out everything like that beforehand as well.
Perfect, Clara's here. And then also if you, we do have a photocopier that requires a photocopier code, so you need to ask Clara for that. Although if you're in the pods, I don't believe you need a code.
You don't need a code.
You don't need a code. But you might need printer access, and then Clara can help you with that too.
You should all have printer access. If you don't, send me an email.
And then if you want to borrow a laptop or anything like that, she can help you with that setup as well. And then in terms of operations, Andy oversees office arrangements and equipment. If you need a phone for your office, for example, IT issues and systems access. If you need access to certain things, I think you automatically are on our UBC SharePoint website, but maybe some software, so forth, that you can acquire with Andy, and we can help out. In case of those ones that are particular UBC IT would support. But if you're looking to purchase a new computer, Andy can help with that piece. Right now, UBC orders a lot of Dell computers, but we've done a few Apple computers and laptops and so forth. It might not necessarily be faster, but we would probably get some bulk pricing per se. Okay. And then, and eventually overseeing our move to Gateway, so Andy would be in charge of that. And also, if you have any issues onboarding, Andy would help with that aspect as well. Okay, we have Mary Lee here, which is perfect. Research grants and knowledge exchange facilitator is Mary Lee. I like this one. Provides authoritative advice to researchers in leadership.
That's a nice way of saying I'm bossy.
I thought that was really great. On the culture priorities, eligibility criteria, deadlines, submission processes, budget requirements, and other important details regarding internal, external research funding and award opportunities. When I read that in the job description, I had to put it in. Okay, and then she also develops strategic research support plans for the school in collaboration with the Associate Director of Research. Some of her initiatives is the monthly UBC Nursing Matters and our annual School Nursing Research Report. For communications, we have Heather. She's on vacation at the moment, but she does a lot of our print and digital materials, including digital signage, social media, posters, postcards, reports, brochures, presentations, promotional assets, and/or illustrations in line with the UBC branding. She updates our website, and she helps with the social media, so we have Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or is it called X now? She helps with the photography needs for the school, and then she also supports the director with communication efforts, including planning communication-related meetings, translate discussions into documents, and project activities, as well as her, she does this twice a year, the Touch Points newsletter. I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at that. Chris is the assistant to the director. She reports directly to Elizabeth, and she assists in the ARPT process, in case you want to know what ARPT is, appointments, reappointments, promotion, and tenure. She assists with that process, and she handles adjunct faculty inquiries and scheduling if you want an appointment with Elizabeth. Here's our org chart. I'm sure I'll provide this to Allison, and Allison will provide it to folks. And then contact information, and then questions. That was a brief, quick overview of what the administration office does.